Riley here. Today we are getting some warranty work done here on the Hellcat. Now if you remember last video, I said this caliper has a ton of discoloration in it, and I'm not really sure why. It actually came like this from the factory. I bought the car knowing it was like that, so I'm not sure if that's something I could get like warranty work on or what. And within 20 minutes of posting that video, Andy over at Viper Exchange texted me and basically said, hey, you'll have a new brake caliper here at my shop tomorrow. So today we're going to Viper Exchange and getting a new brake caliper put on. Also last night I installed a modification at ModFX, which I'll show you guys a little bit later here on the car. And also, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to downsize to 305 width tires in the rear because the 315s are kind of rubbing ever since I put the lowering springs on. So I'm not sure if we'll get to that in this video, but it's something that will be happening soon. So yeah, that was kind of my mistake. All right, so here was the original caliper. As you can see, the paint's all messed up. And I asked, you know, what would cause this, and what they're pretty sure of is that it's possibly brake fluid that somehow got on the caliper at one point or another. Well, yeah, that's what happened there. And then now, here is the new one. As you can see, nice and red, no paint flaking off, looking real nice. And just like that, all done. Hellcat is nice and purty now. Huge shout out to Viper Exchange and BJ Motors for taking care of me as always. Man, that bothered me so much when it was all flaking and stuff, and I'd take pictures and I'd be like, this is such a huge eyesore. So it's good to have a normal caliper now. Also, if you're wondering, that caliper was about $1,300. And like I said, the car came like that. So somebody, I guess at Dodge or the factory or whatever, I guess somebody made a mistake. But yeah, $1,300 for a brake caliper. It's a lot of money. Let me go ahead and show you guys what modification I had done last night. And that would be, as you can probably tell, the Wicker bill spoiler from Downforce Solutions. And this is their little logo right there. And I have the ModFX logo right here. Now in the past, I've always said that I wasn't a huge fan of Wicker bills. However, this one I like, mainly because it's not super tall. It's fairly subtle, and I actually really like the design of this one. You still have your backup camera right here. There's a cutout for it, so you still have that feature. But yeah, looks really cool. So at the end of this video, I will play you guys the installation of that Wicker bill, but first, I want to go ahead and talk about some updates with the car, the updates with future videos, and stuff like that. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, these 315s are rubbing just a little bit. So I don't know how well you can tell, but just on the inner side of that tire, it's rubbing on the inner fender liner. Pretty much right up here in the front, just straight back in there is where it kind of rubs when I'm turning. And then over here on the passenger side, pretty much same thing, it rubs right in there. Not very much, but it's enough to make me a little bit paranoid and enough to make me want to downsize to 305s. Now I could put some spacers here and kind of bump them out just a little bit, but I've heard too many horror stories with spacers, so no spacers for me. And like I said, it's not rubbing too bad. I just don't want to be, I guess, worried about it. And I want to be able to take corners fast and not have to worry about, oh, am I going to rub the inside of my fender? So it would just be a lot simpler if I went to 305s. So these tires will be for sale whenever I get them swapped out, probably next week sometime. So that is your update as far as the lowering springs, wheels, tires. I guess I forgot to mention that the lowering springs, honestly, when I'm driving around, I can't even tell a difference in terms of the stiffness of the ride or anything. I mean, it might be a little bit stiffer, but you really can't tell a huge difference. So huge shout out to Eibach. They clearly know what they're doing as far as making some lowering springs. And overall, I think it really did wonders for this car. I mean, just look at that perfect fitment. Now, the other main topic I wanted to talk about is that this car will be getting wrapped next week. And rather than not posting a video all week and just coming out with one big reveal video, I think what I've decided to do is I will reveal the wrap color the first day we start wrapping, and I will do a daily vlog wrap series, I guess you would say, and post videos every day of us installing the wrap and stuff like that. So the wrap gets started on like March 10th or 11th, so you guys will see the wrap color then. and you know, not too much longer, and I'm really excited. I love the white, super clean. The white on black contrast looks really good in person. It's kind of hard to show up on camera, but don't worry, the next wrap will be awesome. And then I'll take the wicker bell off and put the wrap color here for the logos of both companies. And then for the last modification I'll talk about today, a lot of you were commenting on the last video about the Diode Dynamics running lights, saying, oh, I don't like color changing lights or whatever. Well, guess what? You can leave them white if you want to. I don't have to be driving around with purple lights all the time. But honestly, how cool is that I can sit here and change the color of the lights off of my phone? Like, what a time to be alive where you can change colors on your lights on your car with your phone. I mean, that blows my mind. So a huge shout out to Diode Dynamics for coming up with this whole idea. I think that's just genius, and they look super good on the car. And you know, for those of you with a white, black, or gray neutral colored car, these are great because they match any color you want. Or I guess what I meant to say was any color looks good on a neutral colored car. So pretty darn cool. But that pretty much sums up today's video, guys. As I said, I will play the wicker bill installation now. Didn't really have too much audio from it, but here is the wicker bill installation. And yeah, getting ready to wrap this sucker. It's gonna be pretty cool. But thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. All right, looks good. I'm going home.